All right, folks, we're back. Thanks for joining us for the last game in TDU Open Pool Play today here at Northwest St. Pete, field number 3. Started this morning at 8:30 and saw quite a bit of action today. Tomorrow we'll be moving over to Ross Norton Fields to cover the 12U Open. Again, this is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Glad to have you aboard. I'd like to thank Tampa Bay USSSA and Tim Labus, tournament director, for putting the tournament on. And, of course, our sponsor, visit stpclearwater.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. And if you're on Facebook, please follow, like, and share. That helps our channel grow and helps us to enhance the experience for you, the fans. No matter if you're a player, relative, or anybody who wants to go back and watch or can't be here at the field. So this final matchup is between the Forest Hills Blue Jays and the Bulls Baseball Academy. Let's say Forest Hills is going to be the home team. Bulls Baseball will be the visitors. So let's go through the lineup for Bulls Baseball. It's going to be, leading off is going to be Quest, followed by Anderson, then JD, Bryce, Moose, Maddox, Mikey, Brantley, and Lucas. So the same batting order as the game earlier today. For Forest Hills Blue Jays, it's going to be Colton, Brody, Lorenzo on the mound, Lucas, Jace, Brock behind the plate, Sean, Wells, Max, and Alex. The same batting order for the Blue Jays as they had last inning. All right, I just got notification that we got a little fence action in our shot there, so let me fix that. And I believe we got it taken care of, I hope. All right, so we may have depending on foul balls, we may have a couple tweaks we got to make through the game, and we'll do that. Also, if you'll notice on your screen on the scoreboard there, you'll see that the home team there's no home team indicator. But whoever's at bat, there's a bar just above their initials. In pool play, we don't know who the home team is, but it just so happens to be that the scoreboard is set up the right way, and I will let you know what inning we're in. So here we go with the first pitch. And this one's underway. Ground ball to third. That's a hard shot. That gets into left field, and Quest is on with a leadoff single for Bulls Baseball. So we will give him a single on that. That was a hard shot. Also took kind of a weird bounce as it approached the third baseman. So all those factors gives him a single. Lorenzo checks Quest at first. He's back. I think Quest is going to go here. And there he goes. Swing and a miss. And Quest is in safely to second base. So no balls, one strike to Anderson. JD's on deck. Lorenzo throws the second. Quest is back. And everyone's set. Lorenzo gets a sign, comes set, and delivers the... Nope, he goes to second base again. And Quest is back. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2 on Anderson as Quest stays put at second base. Swing and a miss, straight 3, and that is 1 out. So 1 down. That brings in JD. Bryce is on deck. And if everything holds true, JD will be behind the plate and Bryce will be on the mound for the Bulls. And the pitch. Called strike. And now it's 0-1 to JD. And the pitch. So a little low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And now the count is 2-2. And the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. That hits off the glove of the pitcher, and that allows JD to get on with a single, moving Quest over to third. I'm going to give an infield single on that one. Pitcher didn't have a clean shot at that one, and it happened to glance off his glove. So runners at first and third. One out. Bryce is at the plate. Moose is on deck. Throw over to first. JD's back.
Let's go, BB.
My guess is that, well, nice fake to first, go to third, and Quest is caught between All right, so all the chaos of the back and forth with Quest does move JD over to third. That's 2 down. And Bryce is at the plate. And it's a ball high. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball low. And now it's 3-1. So folks, I will adjust the camera between innings. So just stand by. So it should be 3-1, but we'll see if I'm right. All right, so a 2-out walk issued by Lorenzo. Puts runners on the corners. That brings in Moose. Maddox on deck. Ball in the dirt. And Bryce goes to second base. Runners at second and third. 1-0 count to Moose. Ball just a little outside there. And it's 2-0. It's a 3-0 count now. And the pitch. And that's 2 walks back to back. That loads the bases for Maddox. Mikey comes out on deck. And that's a ball. That's ball 1. Ball 2. So 2-0 count to 1. Did you say 1-1? I'm sorry about that, folks. I thought it was. I think it's 2-1 now, if I'm hearing him correctly. And the pitch. So Lorenzo has nowhere to put Maddox. The 3 balls, 1 strike. The base is loaded. And the pitch. So full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 3 outs. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. At the end of a half inning, it's Bulls baseball 0. Blue Jays coming to bat. Coming up for the Blue Jays is going to be Colton, Brody, and Lorenzo. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, here we go. Called strike. to start things off here in the bottom of the first inning. So it's Colton, Brody, and Lorenzo. A little bit of a wild pitch there, and it's a 1-1 count. Called strike, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that makes it 2-2. Foul ball, and we'll do 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a ball in the dirt, and it is now 3-2. And the pitch. Ball 4. So leadoff walk by Colton. That brings in Brody. Lorenzo comes out on deck. So that's not a horse in the background running. It's actually a Great Dane. It's a called strike. Just behind the fence there, in case you're wondering. So no balls, 1 strike to Brody. Colton still second base. Ball low, and Colton still's third. So it's a 1-1 count. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. And that is a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Ground ball foul. And we'll do 3-2 again. Just got underway here in the last game of 10U Open Pool play here at Northwest St. Pete. Field number 3. Last matchup features the Bulls and the Blue Jays. And that is ball 4. So now runners at first and third. It brings in Lorenzo. Lucas is on deck. I think it caught the helmet of the batter. Looks like he's okay. There goes the runner. Called strike. So Brody's still second base. Strike 1 on Lorenzo. Runners at second and third now. Nobody out. Lucas is on deck. There's a ground ball. That gets in the hole. That goes to the left field. That's going to score at least one. Here comes the throw. It's to nobody. And here comes Brody. He is out at home. So they get Colton at home. So it's one out. Brody moves over to third base. And sorry about that, folks. Colton scores. Brody tries to come home. That's one out. And Lorenzo ends up on third base with all the chaos. And he gets an RBI single. So 1-1 count on the batter. The scoreboard should be updated in just a second, folks. Sorry about that. I had to work through... oops, wrong team. Wow, I'm a mess right now. Sorry about that. Now the scoreboard should be right. My apologies. And I believe we have a 1-2 count on the batter. There's a ball in the dirt. Nice stop by JD. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a 3-1 count. Jace is on deck. That ball gets away. On ball 4 there. So Lucas walks. Lorenzo holds at third. Jace steps in. Out on deck is Brock. There goes Lucas. And that'll put him on runners again on second and third. Ball 1 to Jace. And it's a 1-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes to Jace. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. And now it's 2-1. And the pitch. Ground ball to third, fielded over to first. That's 2 outs, but a run scores. That scores Lorenzo. Lucas goes to third with 2 outs. Called strike on Brock. Sean's on deck. 0-1 count to Brock. Lucas at third. That ball gets away. Runner holds, goes back. That ball gets away, and for sure this time Lucas is coming in. That ball rolls up around towards the dugout, and that makes it on the wild pitch a 3-0 ball game. And the pitch. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's 3-1. Foul ball. And now it's a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is clear. Called strike 3, and that is 3 outs. But the damage is done. 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors, and nobody left on base. And at the end of 1 inning, it's the Blue Jays 3, Bulls 1. Or I'm sorry, Bulls 0. Coming up for the Bulls in the top of the second is going to be Mikey, Brantley, and Lucas. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, so here we go, folks. We are back. Mikey steps in. Lorenzo's still on the mound. Behind the plate is still Brock. And it's a 1-0 count on Mikey to get things going here in the top of the second inning. There's a fly ball in the right field. Right fielder has it, and that is 1 away. So 1 down. That brings in Brantley. Lucas comes out on deck. And the pitch. Ball just a little high. And it's a 1-0 count. And the pitch. Ground ball. Fair ball. And that is 2 outs. Lucas steps in. And on deck is Quest. That's a ball on Lucas. Foul ball out of play. And now that's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the 2-1. There's a line shot to third, and that is 3 outs. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left at the end of 1.5. It's still 3-0 Blue Jays. Coming up for the Blue Jays in the bottom half of the second inning is going to be Sean, Wells, and Max. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. So it's a 2-2 count, I believe, on the batter. My apologies for being muted, folks. Got a little ahead of myself. Line shot right back up the middle. And Sean is on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second. That brings in Wells. Max comes out on deck. Bryce is still on the mound. JD is still behind the plate. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook watching the broadcast. And, of course, the videos will be available after the live broadcast. It's a wild pitch. And it makes an 0-1 count. That allows Sean to go to second. But if you're on Facebook, please follow, like, and share. And YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. That helps our channel grow, allow us to provide a better experience for you, the fan. There's a bunt back to the pitcher, and that is 1 out. That does move Sean over to third.
I'm good, babe.
It's a ball low to Max. Alex is on deck. And the pitch. Foul ball. And now it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Sean at third. And the pitch. Fly ball. That will. Oh, almost caught by the second baseman. Came a long way, so we're going to give a single to Max on that one. That does score a run. And runner on first now. It makes it a 4-0 ball game. Big lead over there. Nice job by JD to stop that one. Big lead over there by Max, that is. 1 ball, no strikes to Alex. It's ball low. And Max safely goes into second base. So 2-0 count to Alex. Colton's on deck. Max at second. 1 run already in this inning. Called strike, and now it's 2-1. Wells goes to, I'm sorry, Wells. Bryce goes to second base. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Balk moves Max over to third. And that's strike 3. So 2 down. That brings in Colton, with Brody coming out on deck. There's a line shot in the left field. That's going to get down for a hit. And it is a RBI single for Colton. There goes the runner. Nice job by JD. Throw down. So ball 1 to Brody. JD did a great job getting up to grab that one. And here's the 1-0. And that one gets away. It was outside from JD. And that moves Colton over to third, and it's a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 2-1 count. Bottom of the second, 2 outs, 2 runs across. That's a ball in the dirt. That gets away, and here comes Colton, and he is safe. And that's ball 3 on Brody. And the pitch. Ball 4. His coach is going out to talk to his pitcher. it would be a pitching change. So let's see who this is going to be. And it looks like number 6, Anderson. I'll confirm that in just a second. Unless it's... It is indeed. Anderson now on the mound, replacing Bryce. All right, well, this is Doc with the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll take a quick break while Anderson warms up. All right, folks, we're back. We got 2 outs. Lorenzo steps in. Lucas is on deck. Lorenzo singled, got an RBI, and scored his first time up. Throw over to first to check on Brody. He's back. Anderson gets a sign and delivers the first pitch. There goes Brody. There's a line shot down the third base line, foul. And it's an 0-1 count. And Brody will go back to first. Remember, Lorenzo was one that blasted the ball out of left center field. And pitch. That's fair ball right in front of the plate. Pitcher picks it up, throws him out at first, and that is 3 outs. So they do get 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors committed, and 1 left on base. And at the end of 2, it is 6-0 Blue Jays. Coming up in the top of the 3rd, back to the top of the order, Quest, Anderson, and JD. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Doc with the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. All right, folks, we're back. So pitching change for the Blue Jays. Brody's now on the mound, and a catching change. Jace is now behind the plate. The reason why we mute between innings and timeouts like this is so that way we don't end up getting impacted by any music. There's a strike one on Quest. On any artist wanting to block the video from being played, and which would delay after the live stream, it would delay you being able to watch it. So that's why we do that. It's a 1-1 count. So it's not you, it's me. And I hope you're enjoying the broadcast as much as I'm enjoying bringing it to you. Ball in the dirt, and it's 2-1. And now it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Quest. And the pitch. Ball 4. And Quest is on with a leadoff walk to start things off here in the top of the 3rd. Again, the Bulls trail by 6. That brings in Anderson. JD's on deck. Quest still second base, and it's ball 1 to Anderson. It's a bunt foul, and it's 1-1. And it's a 1-1 count to Anderson. And Brody gets a sign, comes set. And goes to second base. Runner's back in time. And the pitch. Ball low, the throw down to 3rd, and Quest is in there safely. And it's a 2-1 count to Anderson. It's a bunt right in front of the plate. Fair ball. And Quest is tagged out at 3rd. And we'll give a fielder's choice to Anderson. So 1 down. That brings in JD. JD singled his first time up. And Bryce is on deck. Throw over to first. Anderson's back. So line shot, that's going to get through for a base hit in the right field. And that will bring Anderson all the way to 3rd. And JD is now 2 for 2. So runners on 1st and 3rd with 1 out. So Bryce steps in. Moose is on deck. Throw over to first. JD's back. JD gets his lead. And then he goes. Swing and a miss. And strike one. So runners at second and third for the Bulls. 0-1 on Bryce. Nice stop by Jace. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. One out. Top of 3. And the pitch by Brody. It's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. It's a fly ball. That's in the left field. That drops in between all 3 fielders, center, left, and shortstop. And that allows Anderson to score, and the Bulls are on the board. So we're going to give a RBI single to Bryce. Oops. It brings in Moose with runners at first and second. Back-to-back hits. Scores a run. Called strike. And it's 0-1 count on Moose. Maddox is on deck. Moose walked his first time up. And the pitch. Foul ball. And now it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 run across, 2 runners on. That is JD down at second, Bryce at first. Foul tip. And into the glove, so that is strike 3. 2 outs. That brings in Maddox. With Mikey coming out on deck. Again, still runners at first and second. And the pitch. Ground ball, first base. First baseman fields it, goes to first, and that is 3 outs. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. At the end of 2.5, it is the Bulls 1, the Blue Jays 6. Coming up for the Blue Jays is Lucas, Jace, and Brock. This is Doc with the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. We do have a catching change for the Bulls, and it's going to be Maddox behind the plate now. Anderson's still on the mound. Bottom of 3. Lucas is going to lead it off for the Blue Jays. And here's the pitch from Anderson. That's a ball low. Nice stop by Maddox. And it's a 1-0 count to Lucas to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd. So ground ball, foul. And it's 1-1. And here's the 1-1 from Anderson. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Again on deck is Jace. Lucas walked his first time up. There's a shot out the center field. That's going to bounce off the fence. And Lucas is on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 3rd. Anderson checks Lucas, and he's back. Jay steps in. Brock is on deck. Jace drove in an RBI in the 1st inning. And the pitch. Ball low. And Lucas is in on the second base. So it's a 1-0 count to Jace. Ball outside. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. That hits Jace. And that puts runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. That brings in Brock. Sean comes out on deck. Sean singled and scored back in the 2nd inning. And there's the first pitch to Brock. Anderson checks the runners and everyone's back. And the pitch. There goes the runners. And here comes the run home. And Lucas comes in to score on the errant throw. So it's 7-1. That moves Jace over to second base. It's ball 2. Jace goes to third. And pitch. Line shot. Oh, wow. Off the glove of the third baseman. That was a hard shot. And we'll give an RBI single to Brock on that one. That was indeed a shot. It's a Ground ball to third, over to first. That's one out. Here's the throw to the third as Brock goes to third on that. So one down. That was Sean. Wells steps in with Max on deck. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. 2 runs in, making it 8-1. And the pitch. There's a line shot into right center. Oh, no, that dropped quickly into the second baseman's glove. That was a nice play by the second baseman. That was Mikey. So 2 down. So 2 quick outs now. With Brock remaining at third base. And the coach of the Bulls goes out to settle his team down. And let's see if there is a pitching change. There is. And it is now Moose going into pitch. So while Moose warms up, we'll take a quick break. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Moose is just about finished with his warm-ups, and we'll get underway here. Max will step into the batter's box with 2 outs, and Brock at third base. On deck will be Alex. Again, Maddox is still behind the plate. Looks like Anderson at second, Lucas at first. Trying to make out the numbers here. JD's at third, and Bryce is at short. Looks like Quest in center field maybe. There's the first pitch, called strike, and it's an 0-1 count to Max. It's like Brantley and Wright. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And I would need binoculars to see the number on the left fielder. I'm not sure who that is. But could be Mikey out there. And it has to be Mikey because he's the only one left. So Mikey's in left. And it's a 1-2 count now to Max. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now it's 2-2. 2 outs. Brock at third. 2 runs in. That makes it 8-1. And here's the 2-2 from Moose to Max. called strike 3. And that is 3 outs. So, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And at the end of 3 innings, it's the Blue Jays 8, the Bulls 1. Coming up for the Bulls is going to be Mikey, Brantley, and Lucas. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back for action here in the top of the 4th. Mikey's going to lead off in the 4th inning for the Bulls. He'll be followed by Brantley, and then Lucas will be the 3rd batter this inning. And here's the first pitch. Brody's on the mound still, and Jace is behind the plate. There's a pop fly and in foul territory, just off the glove of the first baseman, and Mikey has new life. And here's the pitch. Called strike 2. And it's no 2 count. I'll fix the camera for you folks in just a moment. And the pitch. Ball up.
You gotta either count for my batter 2 and 2.
Sorry about that, folks. Just trying to adjust the camera. About fell down. That's why I was making funny noises there. So that's swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 1 down. And it brings in Brantley. And the first pitch. Ground ball to short. Took a bad hop. And Brantley's on. We'll give him an infield single for that one. Not much the shortstop could done on that one. And that brings in Lucas. On deck is Quest. Swing and a miss. Strike one. With Brantley staying put at first base. And the pitch. Ball outside. 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 2 outs. That brings in Quest with Anderson on deck. Brantley's still down at first base. And here's the first pitch to Quest. And that's a ball low, so 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. That's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Brantley at first. Anderson on deck, and Quest has a 1-1 count on him. And here's the 1-1. Ball 2. And the pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Pop fly on the infield. Second baseman calls it. Makes it. Oh, almost. He just couldn't quite put it in his glove there. And so we're going to charge, actually, an error to the second baseman on that one. Actually, you know what? We're going to give him give Quest a single. That second baseman had to travel a long way, plus he dove to try to catch it. So we'll give him a single on that one. Anderson steps in. That puts Brantley on second base. And JD comes out on deck. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike on Anderson. Runners on first and second. That's Quest at first, Brantley at second. 2 down. Brody gets a sign. He comes set and delivers the 0-1. And it makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's the 1-1. That's a ball way outside, and now it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. There's a fly ball to third base, makes the catch, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. And at the end of 3.5, it is the Bulls 1, Blue Jays 8. Coming up for the Blue Jays is going to be Alex, then back to the top of the order with Colton and Brody. This is Doc, and the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. As the throw goes down. So Moose is still on the mound. Maddox is not behind the plate. I got to get the number here in just a second. Oh, it's Quest that's actually behind the plate. There's a ground ball right back to Moose. Fields it, and that's 1 down.
Good job, Moose.
All right, so 1 out. And brings in Colton. Brody's on deck, and the pitch. Called strike. And it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. That hits him. And Colton goes down to first base. That brings in Brody. Lorenzo comes out on deck. So Colton is 1 for 1. He's walked twice and scored. Walked twice, singled, scored, and drove in an RBI. Brody has walked twice. Lorenzo, who's on deck, is 1 for 2. He drove in an RBI, scored, and singled. There goes Colton, and he is safely into second base. So 1-0 count to Brody. So it's a 2-0 count. And here's the 2-0. Nice stop by Quest, and that makes it 3-0.
3-0.
And here's the 3-0. Ball 4. And runners are now on first and third. All right, so
Like when the ball hits up the home plate.
So 0-1 count to Lorenzo. Runners at second and third. Walk was issued to Brody. And here's the 0-1. Ball in the dirt. And it's 1-1. So runners at second and third.
Come on, buddy. Throw a strike.
And here's the pitch. Gets away, and the runner holds at third. And now it's 3-1. It's a ground ball to first. Here's the throw home,
He's in there. He's safe.
and he's safe.
Want to go home, number?
You're horrible.
Eddie, suck.
And folks, that's the ball game.
All day long.
So Colton scores. All right, so this one ends 9-1. It ends after 8 runs after 4 innings, and we are in the bottom of the 4th, so therefore this game does come to a conclusion. And that concludes our broadcast here at the Gap to Gap NIT 10U Open Pool Play from St. Pete Field number 3. This is Doc, St. Pete, or Northwest St. Pete Field number 3. Sorry about that. This is Doc from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We appreciate you joining the broadcast. Again, follow, share, and like if you're on Facebook, and like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. It helps our channel grow and helps us bring better abilities to you, the fans. So again, thank you so much for joining us here today. Final score in this one is the Blue Jays 9, the Bulls 1. Have a great night, everybody.
It was great.
Thank
I
you,
really
sir. I
appreciate it.
that. Thank you very much for supporting that. I really do.
Yeah, just my family. We had 2 people watching for sure.
So, awesome.
So yeah, it was good.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.